hang on, Paul. Are
Hey,
you
Johnny.
wearing those glasses that I borrowed? You've
Well,
taken them back, haven't you?
yeah. Well, these are my spare pair, and if I break these, then I've got no other pairs apart from this one. So, yeah, it's my glasses.
Oh, I need to get my Easter egg.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Well, do you like these glasses?
yeah, I thought they made me look quite sophisticated.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you want them?
Oh, please.
Well, here's this Easter. Happy
Mm.
Easter, mate. Over to you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so much better. All right, now we can do the episode now.
Yeah. Roll intro.
That's so much better with glasses on. Right, welcome to another edition of More News from Nowhere with me with glasses and Paul with glasses.
Hey, Johnny.
Hello, hello.
So, Johnny, what have you seen in the news then, mate?
Well, I've seen about, I don't know if you've seen, I'm sure it's been in the news a lot, about these. They're going to well, they're trying to bring back a lot of the events like the FA Cup final and stuff like that. And they're going through this trial period to open stuff up. Um, but rather predictably, not only is it the events that make a lot of money for rich people who own these events, not like little pubs or little shops, but also they're bringing in well, they want to bring in this kind of COVID certificate for you to attend these events. They're trying that out. So have you seen that in the news? Have you?
Yeah, I've seen that, and then they're saying that the pub they won't bring it to the pubs yet, but they're
Yeah,
saying yet, and you're thinking like, so it's going to be on the cards for the pubs next. So the theatres, the cafes,
yeah,
restaurants, it's going to be all that as well. So you're thinking like, well, they said we won't have any COVID passports. To now we're going to have the COVID passports. So you're thinking like, just changing the words around all the time. It
yeah,
annoys me.
and and they're moving the goalposts. They're putting it like, well, things are starting to open, but this. I mean, I read that there was a in the Daily Mail as well with this. I looked at their kind of article on it, and there's a sports minister called Nigel Huddleston. I think
Mm,
Huddleston, and he was saying that this pilot scheme to open these events, he said it's not really about the COVID certificates as such, although he admits that's part of it. It's more about testing. So he's pushing the more testing. He wants um, more testing to be done in these events before you arrive and when you leave. So it's pushing the testing, which we know, the PCR testing, it's all bogus anyway.
mm,
So it's they're pushing that narrative as well, but they're also saying that these certificates, you know, they want to push that in. But I've
mm.
also seen a lot of MPs that are against the COVID certificates. Uh,
Okay.
Notably Jeremy Corbyn and Ian Duncan Smith have been the two big like
Mhm.
names that have said it's unethical to have these COVID certificates because you know not everyone. Well, how they push it is because there's a Dr. Mike Tilsey. He followed on by this saying that the idea of domestic travel passports at the moment is not feasible because he's saying that not everyone has been offered the vaccine yet. So is he pushing more people to have the vaccine so then it can come in? So he's not saying he's against it. He's just saying we need more people to be vaccinated. It's just So
Yeah.
this isn't normal. The
No,
new normal. This forget it. I don't want that.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. I don't want this new normal stuff. Do you?
No, I mean it's like branding. It's like Nazi again. Branding people. It's and anyone obviously who hasn't got this certificate, the way it's going, the way I'm reading it is going to be ostracised and kind of like, yeah,
Mm.
you've not got a certificate, you can't do this, you can't, and it's going to be almost like, well, as you know, a divergence of people,
Yeah.
and it's opening up to bullying. I think it's going to be opening up to, especially in schools. We've seen it already. I've read already about these kids who can't wear masks just for medical reasons are being bullied in the playground. I mean, what is this? What is going to drive the society going to be? This got nothing to do. When people say it's about our health, no, it hasn't. I mean, it's another aspect where it has nothing to do with our benefit at all. It's just ridiculous. But
yeah. And one other bit of news, which is interesting as well, which I've seen recently, and it's about the idea was they're going to put there was going to put chalk into the atmosphere to stop climate change.
Really, I've not heard that. Wow.
Yeah. Well, apparently there was this idea that climate change is happening all the time. As we got to this point again. We get like hot weather, we get cold weather, but somehow we still people think we've still got climate issues, but it doesn't seem that way from my perspective anyway. But yeah, so they've been thinking of like getting chalk into the atmosphere, into the put it into the air, so that it stops all the sun beating down on us. But I mean, we're in the UK, we're not going to get issues with too much hot weather, are we? We're not suffering with heat waves, are we? Too much. What's your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I've not read a lot into this, but I have seen that the royals, Prince Charles and William, mainly have been, putting their 10 pence worth in about the whole climate change. So it looks like they're being like put forward as like the people pushing this. It used to be Greta Thunberg, but I don't know where she is now. I mean, I've not heard from her for ages. You think that she'd be out there, but has she been like put back in a box a bit? Who knows?
Yeah.
But, everything about climate has been from, at the moment, royalties, really, William and Charles. But yeah.
I mean, there was we did an interview with Andrew Johnson about climate change, and there was during that when I was editing it, we found from Andrew's knowledge that there was another lady back in the 1990s, early 1990s, I think it was, or even late 80s, where she was almost looking like Greta Thunberg, and she was doing the same kind of a speech, obviously just worded a little bit differently. Same passion, same determination. You're harming us, children, and yada yada yada. And it just seems like history is just repeating itself.
Yeah.
From like decades past to decades forward. And so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting observation there. Yeah, I remember that now as you brought it up. I remember that. Yeah, but you're right. It's just these actors that come forward to push the narrative. But yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it?
So, Johnny, is there anything else that you've seen in the news?
No, not really. That to bring up in this episode, but I have been writing a song.
Oh, what have you?
Yeah, it's about tortillas, but it's not really a song. It's more of a rap. You get it?
Oh.
Right. Do you want to hear it?
No, but anyway, I do the jokes, not you. I do the jokes at the end.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway.
Over to Paul's joke.
Well, I went to the shops recently, and I went there to buy some camouflage trousers.
Oh.
I couldn't find them anywhere, mate.
Oh. Oh dear. They got two jokes for the price of one there.
There you go.
Right, we'll wrap it up then. I'm sure they'll see it coming. Right, anyway. So we'll end it then on those two jokes. They've got the bargain then added one. So until next time, it's goodbye from me.
It's bye-bye from me.
I love tortillas, and I love them